Hmm. As for gems, we do have a couple of gems we could use. And once again, the gem, like, it's the essence generally that affects anything. So, for example, here, the essence would give area of effect, which for a ranged weapon adds a vertical splash. So if we hit someone in the front row, we'll hit someone in the person behind them as well. But for a melee weapon, it adds AoE splash, so it'll hit the 3 tiles around it, rather than the ones in the vertical row. It'll also hit the horizontal as well. But obviously this is a ranged weapon. I don't really know what we would want to do here. Additive is from leathers, so damage is increased by a fixed value, so no matter what their stats are, we're adding 3.9 to it based on leather. That's nice, but it's not particularly super useful for us. Okay, anyway, that was something we could look at, but I would kind of like to see what we'd be able to make with the various leathers. We've got some enchanted leather there. We've got fur leather. Is probably the best leather that we can see right now. We've got fur robes, which give a whomping, absolute whomping 16.5 armor across every type of challenge. And it's quite light too. It's only 39 units. Empress Thea, well done. You just sold a dress for $48. Fantastic. Congrats. As for the elemental weapon for armor, it would allow them to move further, it would give them more hit points, and would give them 6.2 increased shielding. As for legendary, it would, like, all of the effects are downscaled a little bit, though increased attribute for health is up a little bit more, but wits would be better. But to even make a legendary, we'd need more essence, so all of these would be different. But it's an interesting look. Let's have a look what this would give. That would give max faith. Do any of these give something different? Sometimes they do, but not always, and in fact, very rarely in my experience. Still, that's 20 increased shielding, wow. We could actually make this. Topaz robes, a simple cloth reinforced with bits of hardened leather. Provides only basic protection, but is cheap to produce and lightweight. It's very lightweight, actually. I might do. I might do, you know. Could even try this. 16.5, 18, malachite robes. Somewhat tempting. We could make malachite robes here for 14.8. Or we could go for this. And I think this is probably the smarter option, really. I could just have leather robes for a significantly cheaper and easier to make resource, but it gives me much, much less back. But we've got all this malachite, there's almost no reason not to. Basic plain leather is only 0.5, this is 0.9, so let's use that. There we go. So at this point, we'd be able to make a 12.4, because we're also getting a bonus to the essence because we're very good at making robes. It's always weird arriving in the middle of a stream of a game I don't know, and I'm wondering what I'm looking at. Right now, I'm looking at crafting some armor for our warriors. I mean, honestly, this would be good armor for everyone in our settlement. If I use the malachite like this, though, how much do we lose? We lose 2. That's actually not bad. If I pop that in there, we have a really good set. Actually, yeah, we can have one really good set and then one slightly weaker set. Sure. Let's make some malachite robes. And then further to that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some more. Where are you? Let's pop that down there. We'll make some other malachite robes, but these will be slightly less awesome. Ever so slightly. Tiny bit less awesome. That being said, this is 0.9, and that is 0.5. But I'd have 3 less of them, so it would... Sadly. Well, actually, no, we would end up with more. Okay, sure. We'll make it with malachite and bloodbone. Ah, the perfect materials to make a robe. Doesn't that just make you think of comfort? Say it with me, chat. Malachite, and bloodbone. What is bloodbone? Bones from an unfortunates carrying a heavy curse so that their bones bleed even after death. Does that not just conjure the most snug feeling in your mind? Basically, we should make an oodie out of this. We should make blankets out of this stuff. Just cuddle up to it in night. Don't mind the blood is warm. It keeps the chill out. Ah, so good. My lord. I love this game so much. Right, okay, let's get our best craftspeople on this right away. We've got a 5% chance of making it masterwork and only 6% chance of messing it up. So I'm totally down with that. Totally down. Now, they also happen to be some of my best gatherers. Sad face. But whilst that's going down, let's get people gathering as much of the grain as we can. The more foods we have, the better our group goes. The reason for that is when we... just make sure I'm not using new fuels because I don't want to burn my precious woods. Each type of food you have increases the morale cap for your people. So because I've got 4 food, I can have as high as 40 morale. And at each new 10 in morale, you get a new buff that your party has. Currently, we've got extra shielding, more hit points in every type of battle, more shielding again, and 10% better at doing all tasks. If we can get it all the way up to 40, then we also get health regeneration. These robes? Oh, these robes were chiseled from solid blocks of stone and embellished with some perpetually bleeding bones. Sounds really dwarvish, doesn't it? I'm fairly certain the dwarves of Dwarf Fortress would 100% be okay with those robes. And socks also. Socks made of bloodbone. Keeps the, the squishy feeling in the feet. It's just comforting. So walking through the guts of your enemies. Ah, so dwarvish. Menacing with spikes of malachite, yes. Bloodbone socks, which menace with spikes of malachite. That sounds 100% dwarvish to me. Few things have ever sounded more dwarvy. Beyond this, I guess we can have a look, see if I can cook anything. I've got a couple of items here, actually. Let's go ahead and try and make up some new items. I'll take 5 fish, 3 fruit, and I will make 12 of something new. And this will also count as a new type of food, which is rather nice. Let's have a look at anything else I can make. Sadly, no. I can still only make the fish and the seaweed into more of that. I mean, I could open up some more things. I don't want to use the herbs. The herbs are way too precious until I've got a source of herbs. So that's fine. We'll just have you work on this for now. Make as many of the fruits as we can into that. And then we've all got a bit of research. It would take you 31 turns to get that done. It'll take 5 turns for this. We'll do that. We're not actually going to be here for that long because, well, you know what? It's actually coming up to night time, so maybe we will. Maybe we will stay here through the night. Right next to the Lightbringer camp because, nothing says I'm not afraid of you. Like, I'm literally camped right outside your door. They could possibly do us some great damage, so this may be ultra ballsy. Okay, so that wasn't messed up in any way. Super happy with that, actually. Okay, who's going to get this? That's actually better than our current warrior's iron medium armor. Let that sink in. It weighs 25 weight units. Whereas this weighs 152. But this only offers physical shielding. It doesn't offer any spiritual or mental shielding, and it only gives 11.2 at that. These malachite robes, however, give 15.4 shielding across everything. So yes, you get that. Can anyone else wear this, though? Is anyone else strong enough? You are. You know what? There you go, then. So you've now got 16.44... well, 16 and 5.5 really. 38, 20, 20. Nice. I think that'll be good. Better materials, better armor. Yeah, no, indeed. Absolutely. Also, we're very good at making robes, so, stands to reason our robes are good. It's the way it goes. Let's pass another turn. Oh, we've got some grain, actually. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Be quiet. We might be able to make some things with grain. Ha 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 ha! Yes! Marvellous. I can make more fish salad. Look, it's a different fish salad, though, okay? One is made with seaweed and one is made with grain. 100% different. How long have you got on this? You got a little while. Let's switch over from the fish cakes, actually. Let's take you down there instead. Let's get these made for now. That way we keep more a more varied diet. We've currently got 6 items, so we could go all the way up to plus 10% damage in combat and have an extra movement point. Whether we can maintain that all the way through the night, somewhat slim chance, but still, we'll give it a go. That said, Chad, I could learn a traditional menu. So I could use grain or seaweed and berries or fish, or in this case it would be grain and fish, or seaweed and fish, because that'll be different. Right now we're making vegetarian choice. Sorry, not vegetarian choice. Meaty meals. So fish and seaweed is different from seaweed and fish. Don't ask me why. It just is. That said, you can go with vegetarian choice. Actually, yeah, we're gonna grab that because once we've made the fish cakes. Oh, hello. I don't like. We should have run away. All right, this is gonna be nasty. I really don't like. You've got 20. You two are a non-issue. You, the Lightbringer, is a big problem. It's got 73 health, chat. No shielding, though. And if they do their usual of play this card a lot, we may be able to mess it up quite badly. Ah, it's got 60% poison damage as well. Okay, this is actually going to be a tricky one. No, this is a spiritual battle, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it's spiritual. They came in here, and because they were the attackers, they get to choose what type of battle it's going to be. And so naturally, they chose their best. Ah, that's an awful lot of damage. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. First and foremost, you will make it through the first fight. Dark Aavak, I really hope that they play this card a lot. They are. Okay, we've got a chance here. The more times they play that card, the more damage Dark Aavak is going to do. Ghostly Axe has been upgraded as well. Now, oh dear. You will do 17 damage to everyone on the battlefield and stun them for 1 point. So we need to take you out as quickly as we can. You go after Dark Aavak. I could buff Dark Aavak further, but the odds of Dark Aavak being able to do some, really serious damage is slim. So I actually do need you to get in there and hurt them a lot. But because I've played you and because there's a lot of damage on the field, I need to buff you as well. I could... Oh, I should have played another Wraith, actually, thinking about it. That might have been a good move. Oh, well. Too late now. Yeah, we're gonna buff Dark Aavak once again. Put some higher in the turn order. I'm gonna end the turn, and I think they may play another one of their cards. Yes. And again, exactly the same type of damage. This is going to be rough. This sincerely is going to be nasty. What I can do is have Dark Aavak use Overwhelm. Add a bit of time onto their attacks, but I don't think in this case it's going to really help me that much. It'll reduce their damage output a slight amount. You've got a lot of health. You're going to take an awful lot of health damage. My main alternative is to play my Warrior's Wraith again, who can soak a bit of damage, and they will act first. So if I put the Wraith... Oh, can I only do that once? Oh, I can only play an enemy... sorry, a summoning once. Yeah, only one copy. Damn. Dragon Blast. Alright. This is going to hurt. If I play this, Dark Aavak goes last. But Dark Aavak here is going to do 30 damage to these. Because there's 3 instances of him, so he's going to do his damage 3 times. If I play Dark Aavak again, then each one of these is going to do nearly as much. In fact, more than that to Dark Aavak. So really the only play here is to double buff Dark Aavak. It's 12 damage now. Okay. This is going to be a rough fight. Well, this is why you don't necessarily let the Lightbringers dictate the battle. Dark Aavak will kill them in the next turn. In fact, the Wraith will kill him in the next turn. And that's gonna... Yeah. You have lost a lot of spirit. I may be able to protect you, but... Oh no! Poop. That big chonky attack there. Very big ouch time. I didn't properly appreciate that one. I needed Dark Aavak to be away from that attack, behind someone else. Now we can use a ritual to protect here. Is absolutely something we can do. But that is going to be rough. There is no way out of that one. Now the nice thing is, all that happens here is having low spirit means you take health damage, and our entire group are fairly healthy, so we should be safe in that regard. You can never be too certain about such things. You'll move at 16. That would be way too late. Is anyone capable of moving sooner than that? No. Alright. Yeah, let's buff you, since you're going to attack straight forward. You'll kill that unit then. Okay, you won't anymore. Poop. That's a bit of a pain. Because they will wallop you. I need you to do more damage, but I can't buff you now. That's going to do 17. That'll almost take you out. That one will then follow it up with 20. So what ultimately I need is for you... I'm really sorry to do this. You are literally there as a meat shield. But such is the warrior's path. You're literally there as a meat shield to absorb that attack. Unfortunately, we're now going to take... Yeah, your entire attack just got used there. You do gain extra shielding from doing that, but that was unfortunate. That was ultra unfortunate. Ow. The pain. The ouch. The pain, the ouch. We're going to have a lot of people spiritually sick after this. But your attack will finish them off. Thankfully. That was a rough battle. That was a rough battle. 51 faith was lost for Dark Aavak. 32 for Shadow Star. And 20 for Future Planet. We got 1 Shadow Bone and 5 Enchanted Leather. But we probably got a decent amount of experience points from that, though, so... But, as you can see down here, low faith. 1 or more characters is below 30 faith and are poisoned by magic. They will receive damage equal to the proportion of their health each turn. If faith drops to 0, the character will not participate in any challenges, perform the spiritual healing ritual and or improve morale to regenerate faith. Okay. The nice thing about that, again, is that doesn't kill anyone. It will eventually, because they're all losing health now. As you can see, whomp, whomp. You've only got a certain number of turns. Shadow Star's faith is already recovered enough. Yours will recover in a turn. Dark Aavak's will also recover in a turn. Basically, the way that this works, you regenerate faith based on a number of modifiers. The fact we're camping right now is helping out a lot, but I think mental is the one that regenerates by consuming morale. So maximum amount of sanity the character has. You lose morale in order to regenerate it. How do we get this? 1 faith point is recovered at each turn, but you can also perform the spiritual healing ritual. Faith below 30 causes gradual health loss. Right, okay, well, regardless, we need to perform the ritual. Spiritual healing. We're going to use herbs for this, I think. Do we have bones enough? We don't have bones enough, sadly. We do have fish enough, though. So we're going to use... Yeah, we'll use herbs and fish. Each group member will recover a part of their faith. This is now an ultra-high priority task for us, so our best ritual doer will come down here and do it. We'll do this in 1 turn. As for food, we're actually doing quite well for food. We've now got 50, so our morale is going up quite nicely. We're up to +1 movement point now. But I think maybe we should probably leave this place. Maybe. We'll walk through the night. I know the night is almost here, so the Lightbringer is just going to be pouring out of this place. But, dear Lord, this was a bad place to stay. We've got 2 turns there. Making a bunch of food. We've got 1 turn left on the healing there. You hear the sounds of a fight and see the torchlight up ahead. Likely a small settlement. Mark it on your map. The Vol Curse. Okay. Right there, actually. Tiny little settlement. But there we are. Spiritual healing is complete. We've also got a new robe. That is trash. That's a shame. Okay. Well... I'll give it to someone. Sure, you can have it. It's not great, but it does give you some additional protection. Yeah, at least it's nice trash. I mean, it's just not O-type blood, basically. And it's like, if you force us. I guess we can handle. Right, okay. Right, let's get this finished in 1 turn. Make as many of these as you can, please. Thank you. We could do the vegetarian choice if I wanted to. And actually, I kind of think we should. Let's make some bread. In fact, you're going to be the one making the bread. You're going to make potentially 3 loaves. Kind of bonkers, but sure. There we go. Everything here is going to be done in a turn. We're done here. Let's stop making that. Just come down here, help finish off some more bread. And go. Okay, well this one isn't so bad. We've had this fight before. We can easily manage this one. Our faith is low though, so our health is low. Our shielding is not, so that's the main thing. So we can still win this one, but relatively easy as well. So we're just gonna open up Dark Aavak straight away, and also you can go into place later. What I would like is for you to speed Dark Aavak up, and also buff Dark Aavak's damage. Once again, buff Dark Aavak. My hope is that they're going to play more of that card. No, you're just... Okay, really? You want this to be a duel? Human Lightbringer? Is that what... You want to duel Dark Aavak? I don't think this is going to go your way. Especially because Dark Aavak isn't an idiot. And he's like, duel? When I've got an entire party behind me? Why? No. Let's buff you. Okay, good. You are an idiot after all. I approve. Can we get... I could get you sped up a little bit. I could play a Wraith. Let's play the Wraith. Gathering is the only thing that doesn't... that you can set for overflow, by the way. When it comes to crafting, if you overcraft, you'll just do more of that craft as long as the materials are available. But gathering, depending on the way you've got the settings, you can either gather such that, let's say, a gathering action requires 50 units of effort, and you're capable of outputting 100 units of effort. In that case, if you've got it on the easier settings, you'll gather twice. If you've got it on the harder settings, which we have, then you'll gather once at full amount, and the second time you'll get half as much back. But you will still gather twice. It's just you'll only get 150% yield rather than 200% yield. But when it comes to crafting, any type of crafting, cooking, whatever, it is purely based on the amount of effort that you can put forward. And if you've got the materials you need available. If you're capable of putting 5 times the amount of effort forward that you need, and you've got 5 times the amount of materials, you'll make 5 times that thing. Well, I say any crafting. I believe this is true of research. It's not true of like making a robe. Only because you typically don't set it to make infinite amounts of them, actually. And you know what? I dial that back a little bit. Yeah. If you've said, like, make robes, make 10 of them, and that you actually take it up to 10, or you've got it on infinite, and you've got the materials to make 5 of them, and the productive effort to make 5 of them in a turn, every turn you'll make 5. Right, okay, let's see how this goes. Thank you very much for removing the shield. I approve. And pow. It really doesn't matter who you attack. Your people will move down the crafting list to the next work order with items ready at least once they finish their current work order. Yeah. So if for some reason you could, let's say you had the productive effort for 100 items, 10 times as much, but only the resources to make 5 of those items, but you did have another work order queued up behind it, which you just didn't have anyone working on right now, but you had ready materials, then once they failed to continue working on that one, they would just move down and move down and move down. You know what, let's just plague you straight away. If only because you immediately affect the cards. which is kind of funny. And then, well, there's 2 cards that you're going to play. Now, this is one of the big things that I like about this game, is that the buffing that Dark Aavak got in the first round of this battle is still there. The cards weren't reset, and if Dark Aavak had taken any damage, that would have preserved. Sometimes, and this is something I've mentioned previously, if you've got a character who's really low on life, like to the point where when you end the turn, there's a 50-50 they might die, because if they're low at health, like below 30% health, every turn there's a chance they'll die. But you've got a life leech weapon, and you're capable of putting out more damage each round with that one character, with buffing them and so on and so forth, that they can leech life. Just play that one character. As long as they can't take more damage than they're capable of restoring themselves from their enemies, just play as many rounds as you can. In fact, draw it out as long as you can by just playing that one character, and just keep eating the enemy until by the end of the fight they're no longer below 30% health, and you no longer have to take the death check at the end of the turn. It is a tactic that I've used a couple of times. It's very, very good. It can save some of the most powerful people you have. Let's just make you guys weak. Take care, Zeos. Have a good sleep. Thanks for dropping by. Do remember, if you have popped over to Discord, !Discord, then do say hello. Let us know that you're new there, so that we can make sure that we check to see if you've got the right dappling rules. Thank you very much, Road Train. That was nicer. I appreciated that battle much more. Take the stuff and leave. Some more experience. I mean, to be fair, the fights are good. Not going to say they're not. Ooh. Blood bees. Dragon bees. What the heck kind of thing is a dragon bee? I bet they look marvellous. Right, there we go. We've done our research. We've made some more food. 3 different... Well, actually, yeah, there we are. We made 36 bread. Even though you only make 12, we made it 3 times, and we're about ready to do it again. But I'm thinking right now we're gonna cancel all of this. No, go away. Just make 1. Just make 1. I guess I'll allow you to finish these. That one shouldn't be there anymore. Since I foolishly allowed them to just keep going. Instead, let's pop you 2 there and try and get that one sorted out quicker. Actually, any of you decent? No, none of you are particularly decent at rituals. Oh. No, we've already got the best ritualists. We may as well spend... It's kind of silly to be here this long, if I'm perfectly honest. Let's have a look at the different types of food. We are now up to the point where we could get to 90. That's really good. Alright, 1 more turn then. We'll pass 1 turn. But first, we need to decide what our craftsperson is going to spec into. I could give you a bit of strength because that does give you physical attributes. I had a question for Aavak or anyone else that might be able to answer, but I have noticed that some weapon attacks have, say, 10, then a paw crossed out, then ×2. Would anyone be able to explain this? I don't really understand how it works. The dragon, that means that when you're attacking summoned creatures, you do 2 times damage. But it has to be against summoned creatures. I think it's summoned creatures and not just animals, but I'm fairly certain it is just summoned creatures. As our crafter, I am going to continue going down the mental path, frankly. So yeah, that's more important to me right now. Hello, blood bees. This will be an easy fight. I could probably do it perfect on auto-resolve, but I want to resolve it manually. I enjoy the game. Let's have a look at what we got. So the dragon bee can do 7 damage and has 10 health. Very well. Once again, I'm just gonna roll out Dark Aavak and buff him. Honestly, the fact that we had that ability right from the beginning has been crazy good for us. Now, you do true damage, so the fact that I've got armor there will mean that you're going to go through it. But I'm going to kill you instantly right now. Let's buff you again, just because I can. I now go first. I'll wipe both of these out, and if you play another character again, then it's going to be even more so. Yep, you played it again. That is just amazing. Thank you. We'll have triple buffs on Dark Aavak. Goes first, does 14 damage a pop, will kill the entire row, and there'll be 5 cards behind that we can deal with. Careful, Aavak, your hubris is showing. That is true. That is very true. It's always a worry. Hey, your Nightly Prophet, how you doing, mate? Once again. We're already doing... Like, we move so quickly now. But Dark Aavak has already been through the first fight, so we do need to continue to buff and speed up. Each turn, it shows what the additional timer is going to be added to their abilities, and because Dark Aavak has already used his ability, and that one took, like, normally however many seconds it was, but his ability requires an additional 1.3 seconds, sorry, 14.1 seconds would be, if I played this, it would be 14.1 seconds on this tile. It should tell me exactly how many seconds it takes in general, though. Or maybe that is it. I don't think it is, so that's an impossibly long cast time. We will pass the turn, though. What does that skill of Dark Aavak use to scale? Oh, the ground shake. It uses, I believe it's Destiny, unfortunately. It's the one that Dark Aavak doesn't have the highest of. We now do 18 damage to everything on the field. That is kind of disgusting. And for good measure. There we go. Popping in between test cases would rather be hanging out on the stream, but system testing waits for no one. Have fun, Aavak and chat. Thanks, Song Swift Eye. You have fun too, as much as you can. Right, a little bit of extra EXP there. You come across a cave and your scouts report that it's tunnels deep inside, which may hold mysteries. Hunter or perception, check the area before going in. You spot no recent humanoid activity, nor any large animal tracks. The cave does have good minerals within. You also see bat droppings, so you expect to find a nest. Wait till nightfall, then try sneaking while the bats are out feeding, or just straight up attack. We'll just straight up attack. Now this is where the abilities that have ×2s would come in. Like that's a decent amount of damage. There's 11 damage. But again, it's going to be exactly the same play. Though this, in this instance, we might not actually be able to get Dark Aavak's timing down. And well, actually, no, we will. We drop it by 3 seconds each go. So it will take all 3 updates, all 3 uses to drop it enough. But we won't at that point do enough damage to be able to kill in one go. So we do need to be aware of that. We'll kill them. We'll kill you as well. But you will survive. So what we can do is put down someone who's got a redonkulous amount of armor. And since you've got a straight attack, now the Wraith is probably not going to be super useful in this fight. That said, though, I could play them. Sure, you know what? Let's find out how much damage the Wraith does in this combat. Yeah, only 4. But has slowed everyone down. So Dark Aavak does now move first, which is good to see. Let's pass the turn again, see if you play another card. Ah, okay, well, all of them are gone except for you. But that's fine. What I can do is follow this up with You won't move until after them, but that's okay. Target it. One enemy standing anywhere on the battlefield. You will target one enemy standing anywhere on the battlefield, so you can go for anyone. But still, you're only do 11 damage, so I can just play you and it'll be fine. Just pop you there. And... summon a spider as well, just for shiggles. And the spider will go first as well. We've got quite a few pets at this point. Yeah, the Wraith is a meat shield in this instance. It's not actually there to do damage. But given that this can attack anyway, it's not actually that useful either. The spider is going to attack straight forward. That's fine. That removes an enemy. And the spider gets hit. Very well. Three meat, 7 leather, and 3 bones. And then search the cave. Oh, okay. Sandstone heavy armor, that's trash, and weighs a ridiculous amount. No. But silver, very nice. 15 of it, too. And 2 research points. Very nice. A couple of your folk found themselves a child in the cabbage patch. Dark Aavak and Anubis this time. We've got Pasha. Hooray. You know what that means, chat? It's time for a naming game. But first, let's go ahead and take Dark Aavak's level. Ooh. I mean, it is a good ability to rise, it's just not this ability, sadly. It's pain. It really is pain. But it does increase our faith, our spiritual health, basically, and helps us with research and rituals, so there is that. We'll buff it. Alright. Time to find out who this one be. Let's go and find you, Pasha. And before you all put your dapper ducats down for the name, I will be benevolent and let you see what they are first. So, middling abilities all across the board. In fact, they're completely average. So it's a clean slate to work on. They're going to grow into an adult in 36 turns. They've got dizziness powder, so mass lullaby. The way that mass lullaby works is it's like a weapon with splash damage. When you apply it, it will splash out to the tiles nearby, so you can actually hit quite a few. It's not like everyone on the board, like others, but no, that's a decent one. All right. Let's go ahead and unlock the naming game. Oh, you were waiting. Well played. All right. Since we don't get names too often, I'm just going to refund the points to those who didn't get in before Malakin. But we've got Malakin. Welcome to the tribe, Malakin. Rodin, I was bamboozled! Nice try. Sorry, Road Train. I thought there was a wait list for that. No, what we do on streams, it's just I turn on the naming game, and then all the names flood in, and I will refund ones that we don't end up using. With Thea, because we get new characters much less frequently, I'll just refund them immediately, so you have those points to use, the next time it comes around. But I feel that this is a little bit better, especially because the streams can go a long time, and there can be like hours between new characters. So the person who put their points down like in second place might not even be watching the stream, and I'd prefer to give people the opportunity each time. But that's why I mention it like a few minutes before I unpause the redemption of it, so everyone can be prepared. Right. Okay. So. Iron medium armor. Can anyone wield this? Actually, yes. 11, 11.2 is exactly the same. Alright, well, sure then. You can have that. Gives you quite chunky armor in certain areas, but not so chunky in others. What we got here? That's 5.8. This is slightly better. That is 10. So that means this can go to the children. Speaking of the children, can you wield this? Yeah, you can. Nice. Crafting tools. Get. Now, This children. Honestly, Dark Average is just not using this ability. Like, at all. It does run off the right type of stat for him, but just doesn't use it.